Hello, you want to play games with your friends, but someone has thrown the headphone cable and these Razer Kraken X headsets don't work anymore. Don't be sad, today you will learn how easy it is to replace the entire cable, and these gaming headphones will be back like new. Even better because after the repair they will have a cable with a fabric sleeve, giving them a more premium look, and the cable will be hardened to chew through for that unknown creature. To do this headphone repair you will need a replacement cable, definitely a 4-pole one, if you also want the microphone to work. The link to the new cable is in the video description. You will also need some tools and the soldering iron set. First, measure how long the new cable needs to be, then stretch it from the plug side to the cut end. Then remove the air cushions from the side where the cable enters the headphones and unscrew all 5 screws. They have Phillips heads. Carefully open the housing, then unscrew the board, underneath which you will find the soldered wires. The next task is to replace the old cable with the new one. Cut the old cable, and then comes, I think, the hardest part, cleaning the rubber protector from the old cable. Inside this rubber part, there is a small metal ring. You need to get it out so you can insert the new cable. For me, it didn't go well, and I broke this rubber part. Luckily, I had one more part from other pair of headphones. Of course, you can fix the headphones without this part, but then you need to think about how to secure the cable in place. When the rubber part is cleaned out from the old cable, pull the new cable through this rubber part. Measure how much cable needs to be inside the headphone housing and remove the outer jacket, but be extra careful not to damage the wires inside. Then separate the wires by color. Next, cut some heat shrink tubing and stretch it larger. Make 2 pieces of the same size and put them onto the cable. Then thin the wires. This will make soldering easier. The next task is very important, using a multimeter in continuity or resistance mode. Find out which colored wires is for the left channel, common ground, microphone, positive and right channel. Remember that the wires layout can be different for each replacement cable, so always check this first. Next task is to remove the hot glue from the contacts on the board. Now you need to thin the old ground wire from the microphone ground. The stock cable has 2 ground wires, but almost all replacement cables have only 1 ground wire. Therefore, I use the old microphone ground wire to make a jumper wire. Then cut a piece of heat shrink tubing that is a little smaller in diameter than the plug housing, but slightly larger than the cable. Stretch this tubing and slide it over the new cable. This will give a better look and provide better cable fixation for a longer life. Then unsolder the old microphone positive wire and solder in place the new cable wire that is for microphone positive. This is the step where it was very important to correctly identify the wire colors with the multimeter. Then unsolder the old wires for ground, left and right. Next, thin the new ground wire together with the old microphone ground wire and solder them to the ground contact on the board. Then solder the new left and right wires to the board contacts. After that, cover the wires with hot glue to help secure them and prevent short circuits in the future. Then put the microphone mute board back in place. It is little difficult, but with a bit of patience it can be done. Then also put the volume control board back in place. When doing this, be careful not to pull or break the soldered wires. Screw the board back in place. Then, with the help of superglue, attach both pieces of heat shrink tubing on the cable. Then glue the cable in place inside the rubber protector. Place the rubber part back into the housing and reassemble the headphones. Screw out the screws back in place and put the AirPod back on. To my surprise, putting the AirPod back on can be the hardest part for many people. If you have any trouble with it, check out my dedicated video about AirPod installation. The last step is to connect the headphones to your phone and play a test track to make sure the headphones work as they should. For me, they work like new. And the last step is to test the microphone. As you can see, it also works. I hope this video helps you repair your Razer headphones and get back to gaming. Like always, I want to see some comments about the hardest part and what I should improve in my next repair videos. Thanks, and I wish you a great gaming season.